Welcome to Habit Bliss. I'm your resident habit hacker, Joy Fejoku, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you a couple of things that you should consider while you goal set for the last quarter of 2020. Before we get to that, however, please subscribe to my channel if you are interested in anything related to self-mastery, personal growth and development, and specifically habit development, which is what I talk about in my videos. And with that, let's get to the content. So we are entering into the last quarter of an epic year, and take that however you want to take that. It's been a year unlike no other, and we are slowly bringing it to a close. With that, we have a couple of things to consider. Main among them, how do we want to close the year out? And so naturally, the conversation that we need to have is about goal setting. And quarter four is a couple of days away, the beginning of it. And how should we go about goal setting for the last quarter of the year? Now, if you're like the rest of us, then there's probably a lot of confusion. There probably has been a lot of confusion about how to proceed with your plans, the plans that you had when you started out this year that are probably completely different at this point, and even how to plan for the future, because we are still in the midst of complete uncertainty. We don't know what's around the corner. And so I wanted to make this video to help you create goals that consider the period of time that we're in. And that's what this video is about. I have some tips to share that will help with goal setting in the midst of COVID-19, in the midst of coronavirus. Before I get into the tips that I have to give you, I think it's important for me to stress the importance of giving yourself grace as you go through this process. This is mainly a reset and also preparation for 2021. Look at it that way and just give yourself grace. This was a curveball of a year, and it is what it is, right? So in that spirit, it's very important to just completely get all the negative energy out of your mind regarding how this year went, what you were able to accomplish, how much of the plan that you had at the beginning of the year you were able to see through or not. Just take that all off the board, right? And we're gonna start fresh. And now on to the tips. So my first tip is to consider uncertainty as you set your goals. We are still right in the middle of this pandemic, and everything is still uncertain. We do not know what is around the corner, whether we're gonna have another lockdown or whether some resource that we depend on currently is going to be available to us for the duration of the 3 months. So as you set your goals for these last 3 months, you need to set your goals with that in mind. And in doing so, you either set COVID-proof goals or you need to set goals with contingency plans, so that if for some reason a lockdown were to happen, or if for some reason a resource that we currently depend on in the future becomes unavailable to us, it does not affect your ability to execute and complete and achieve the goal, right? So for example, if your goal is to weight train and, build muscle mass, right? And you're using the gym as part of the way that you intend to accomplish that goal, that's fine, but you need to have a contingency plan if, for example, the gyms should shut down for a period of time as this issue with COVID persists, right? Or even better, if you can create a goal around gaining muscle without going to the gym, maybe from home, that would be even a better idea, so that your goal is COVID proof. Regardless of what happens externally, from home you can exercise, it doesn't matter, right? So consider uncertainty as you set your goal. This will apply whether you're weight training or whatever other goal that you want to set. My second tip is to set goals that will allow you to COVID-proof yourself for 2021. So part of the reason this year was so stressful is because it was so unexpected. We had no idea that this year was coming. We had no idea that our plans were just going to get, wiped away because of this pandemic. And now that 2021 is right around the corner, we have a head start. We know the range of possibilities, right? And so it would be prudent then for us to use that information and ensure that 2021 is not like 2020, and that in 2021 we're able to accomplish the things that we desire to accomplish and move forward with our lives, with our businesses, so on and so forth. And if we haven't already, we can take these 3 months to COVID-proof our lives, COVID-proof our businesses. And that would look like, if you are an employee working somewhere, are you able to work from home? If you're not, is that something that you can negotiate? And if you can't, is there a possibility for you to create a situation that would allow you to work from home should you need to? It's not whether or not you have to work from home, but having the ability to, so that it's not a either go to work, leave your house and go to work, or not have a job type of a situation, right? We want to create a situation that if for some reason we're on lockdown, we're still making money and we're still able to fund our life. If you have a business, same thing. Can your business function if there is a shutdown? Have you built it that way? Have you made those necessary changes? Have you made those necessary adjustments? If you haven't, that's fine. But we can spend these 3 months to make sure that in 2021, it is that way, or it is more that way than it is today. Now, that means making sure that your business functions can operate under lockdown circumstances or situations. That also means considering the resources that you rely on and their ability to function should there be a lockdown if you have a business, right? So if you rely on other people, if you rely on other businesses, are there contingency plans in place so that should something happen and should those businesses not be able to serve you at full capacity, you have a way to continue your business without shutting down, so on and so forth. I think you understand what I'm saying here. These are the type of goals that would be good to set during this period of time so that 2021 you can be up and running. Whether you have a job or a business, COVID-proofing yourself also means ensuring that your financial future is protected. So what does that look like? Well, cash is king right now. And especially because of all the uncertainty and we don't know what's coming down the pipeline, having cash, stockpiling cash, keeping cash on reserve is the utmost importance. If you are lucky enough to have a job that pays you, you should be saving at a much higher rate. If you are in a situation where you don't have that much money because 2020, then you should be looking at what the laws are in your specific city, state, related to whatever bills that you have to pay, whether they're student loan, even your rent. Now, obviously, this is not me saying that you should not pay your bills. Of course, you should pay your bills, but in an extreme situation like the one that we're living in, we need to make sure that we and our families are protected first. And so should things get real again, should things happen where access to cash is very limited, you need to know that you have cash on reserve. And building plans, making goals around stockpiling cash is extremely important right now, and you should consider doing that. My final tip is that you make sure self-care is a high priority for you over the next 3 months. And that means creating process goals that ensure that your emotional, mental, and physical well-being are being cared for continuously as we move through to the end of the year. One type of process goal that you can consider introducing are routines. Routines are great because they introduce certainty, and we need all the certainty we can get in these uncertain times, right? So they introduce predictability, they introduce structure, all great things during a time like this. One of my favorite type of routines is a morning routine because it helps to set the tone for the rest of the day. Another process goal that you can consider introducing is one that focuses on good nutrition and good health. Because of what we're dealing with right now, it's really important to keep our immunity high. It's really important to keep ourselves healthy. So good food, good nutrition, and also good vitamins, especially vitamins that are specifically targeted towards protecting us from COVID, would be a good idea to partake in these next 3 months. So creating a goal that allows you to do that and maintain that level of health would be a great idea. And finally, my last recommendation for a process goal is to take care of your mental health. Goals that ensure that you're taking care of your mental and emotional health, I should say. Simply, that means being very conscious of what you intake, what you participate in, what you watch, what you listen to. Stay conscious and make sure that whatever you engage in is beneficial to your mental well-being. I actually have a video that you can watch related to this. It's called Protect Your Sanity Without Sticking Your Head in the Mud. I will have a card, I think, right there. Just click on it and you'll be able to watch that video for more information on that. But it's very important to keep ourselves sane in this type of environment, always, but especially now. So I hope that everything that I've shared with you in this video gives you some help as you go about setting your goals for the last quarter. Please leave a comment in the comment section and let us know what type of goals you plan to set as we close out this year. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you like content like this that relates to habit development, self-mastery, personal growth, and development, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click bell notifications so that you can be made aware of videos as they're newly released. Also, in the description box, there is a link to our newsletter, and not only will you receive content like this, but also you will be made aware of new products and services as they're released. If you're interested in taking your personal development journey to the next level, if you have a goal that you would like to reach, that you would like extra help with, if you have a habit that you would like to develop, that you would like more help with, I would love to work with you. Click the link in the description box for a private consultation. There we will get an opportunity to talk to each other and discuss opportunities where Habit Bliss can be of service to you and assist you in the accomplishment of those goals or those habits. And if that works out, I would love to be a part of your story. With that, again, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.